So we talk a lot about how we want the answer, right? We're bliss junkies chasing the ultimate truth. But think about it, aren't we more happy when we're seeking the truth? Aren't we all secretly wonder junkies? Isn't our addiction to the question itself, Once you find the answer, you risk completion. We talk about wanting to find ourselves. We talk about being found. But isn't it more fun to get lost? Aren't we all wanderers ultimately? Aren't we wandering? Aren't we seeking? Why do we love open spaces? Why do open spaces have more appeal than beautiful, cozy, small spaces?
You could do it in the city, you could do it in a zone, you could do it in the desert, you could do the unknown on a walkabout. High desert skies are what I spy, so fly, you gotta wonder why. Stingrays must be fat this year, I'm moving slow in my lowest gear. The didgeridoo original man with a dream. I believe the aborigine, the aborigine, the aborigine, the aborigine, the aborigine. You could wide. I take a ride to the other side.
Being afraid, we look at it as it beckons us to the unknown, to the mystery, to the question. See, that's what it's really all about. That is the state of consciousness that we want to be at, right? We want to be the traveler in search of signification. When you find it, it's over, you know? It's not about the answers, it's about the better questions. You know that quote. And that's really it. Only when we're lost we're found. So I'm interested in the kinds of ideas that dissolve boundaries, that remind us of what is possible, that encourage us to think differently, to probe at the adjacent possible. There's a great line that says, once a mind is stretched by a new idea, it will never return to its original position. The kind of things that make us question everything. And Tom Robbins has a great description. He says, a cyclone of unorthodox ideas that will raise any mind out of its cognitive Kansas. In other words, we are like Dorothy, and we crave the kind of whirlwind of ideas that will transport us, transfigurate us, and land us in Oz, a place where there is room for mystery, a place where there is room for juxtaposition and surrealism, a re-enchanted world, again, where everything is possible. That's what powerful ideas do. They are inceptions. They are planted in there and transform us from within. And now all of us are broadcasters, right? Programmers. We don't just passively take in, we produce and publish. And so it's up to us to get the kind of ideas out into the world that will spread mimetically and that will collectively upgrade mankind. It's our responsibility as the co-authors of the meme space to tell great stories, to enliven the imagination, to stretch our brains beyond the cognitive Kansas. This should be our anthem. This is our responsibility. So one of the prevailing motifs here on Shots of Awe is, as human beings, as conscious agents, how do we resolve the inherent tension between wanting to fully realize our potential, to realize ourselves as individuals who stand with dignity, and resist the tug of conformity? How do we avoid succumbing to a zombified trance state of blindly following others in the herd as sheep, as hamsters in a hamster wheel? And you know, it's funny because I think that the way we resolve that is by taking that plunge, by answering that call that Joseph Campbell talks about. There is no one map for how to live our lives. Reality is just a word, and you're not supposed to use it without quotation marks around it anyway, as Joseph Campbell says. We are all free to create our own reality, but it's only when we are bold enough that we can condition our thinking, to transcend what Robert Anton Wilson calls the reality tunnel, right? This linguistic and conceptual and symbolic framework that constructs reality, this animatrix pulled in front of your eyes, blinding you from ecstatic visions of what might be behind those walls. You know, we are larvas who haven't turned ourselves into butterflies yet. And there's that great line by Nietzsche that says, those who were seen dancing were called insane by those who could not hear the music. Never forget the words of Jack Kerouac. The only people for me are the mad ones. Mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. Those who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the sky.